Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the charts. You guys are tuned into the Market Beast edition of the channel here. Your fellow compadre stopping it with you once again to give you a update on the Zoom instrument, guys. I'm getting a lot of questions. What's going on with Zoom? I just wanted to stop in during the market hours and give you some exclusive content, fresh off the press there. So let's just dive into this, not waste time. Hey, if you're just joining us, welcome. Consider hitting the subscribe button if you enjoy the content here. Oh, my loyal subscribers, welcome back, guys. We're going to dive into the charts here, see if we can understand a short-term market play here over the next, let's call it day up to 3 days. So let me see if I can narrow this thing down for you. Let's not waste time. Let's dive right into the charts here, shall we? All right, so today is November the 24th, 2020, and the current price of Zoom is going to be $425.78, down about 1% for the day. Okay. All right, guys, what I'm going to do is I don't think I'm going to go any higher than the 1 day. I truly want to focus on just this small range here, okay, because we're kind of floating in the air, so to speak, above this gap here between 325 up to 366 as far as what I can see here on the daily. And I think it's important for people to understand that. Remember, the big players, they see these gaps in the charts, guys. It's not like it's a secret, okay? And they know a lot of participants are trying to enter the market expecting to see a move to the downside. So they're probably putting in their puts here to expect to see the prices go lower. And it very well could be in a position to go lower, guys. I'm not saying that this is not going to go lower. But it's important to subscribe to the channel, first of all, okay? And to get some sort of, legitimate information from a valuable source, because we warned investors who were buying Zoom over $500. We literally warned investors somewhere around, I think it was like right here is when we posted the video. And the price was just over like $487. Well, we didn't warn, obviously, for investors who invested over 500 because it hadn't reached that level yet. But around the 24th, hopefully we're leaving a link to the video, we posted and we warned investors, like, listen, there's a gap below the price, guys, not the daily gap. I don't care about the daily gaps, guys. There's a huge monthly gap, okay? A monthly gap is much more significant than a daily gap, okay? My opinion, okay? I'm still new to this, guys. Not a lot of experience, but I know how to read charts and how to simply identify higher highs and higher lows. It's not that difficult, actually. And just kind of taking a look again. We're just focusing on all this price action within this range here, all the way dated from September the 1st to present day, November the 24th, okay? So overall, let me be very clear, okay? Some people are getting this wrong. Zoom is perfectly confined in a long-term uptrend, okay? And some people, I've had comments that are saying that Zoom is in a downtrend. Yes, you are correct. Zoom is in a short-term downtrend, struggling to get out of this downtrend, because if you see here on the October the 20th, we had a high of about 580 bucks. We made a low, made a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and we're just trying to figure out what's going to happen here. To continue the trend, obviously, it would be a lower low. Is that going to happen? Guys, the price action is too immature for me to understand what's going to happen next, guys. I am patiently waiting. I have closed my puts against this instrument because I'm anticipating a move down. I'm sorry, a move up because of how the weekly is looking. We're not going to look at the weekly right now. We have a video. We already posted that probably before this video. But I'm strictly focusing on the daily here, because what we're going to do in this video, I feel like I'm talking so long. We're going to try to see if we can understand when is Zoom going to make its next move. So let's do this. On September the 1st, right here on this candle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a rectangular box outlining a specific range. And hopefully you guys will stick with me here and try to kind of get this as far as how I'm seeing it here, okay? So this range right here, right about there. If you're listening in, the low is going to be at about 348 approximately. And the high is going to be at about 454. Let us zoom in here, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to count the amount of daily candles that it's spent within this box, including the breakout candle, okay? Let's take our little handy dandy ruler here and measure how long it was within this range. Okay, so that's 20 days. Okay. And notice the breakout here, guys. I really want to make this a clean chart, guys. Let's get rid of these lines. We can put them back on the next video, but I really want you guys to see this here. Okay. Not complicated. Let's erase everything. Naked chart. So notice the price spent about 20 days within this range here, just consolidating, the buyers and the sellers just having at it, going back and forth with each other. And boom, we got that break above this box here on September the 21st. So again, the only thing that we're paying attention to now is we're trying to find an average time of consolidation within a rectangular box to determine when the price is going to make a break up or down out of the sideways consolidation. Okay. So far we're measuring 20 days here, including the breakout. Yes, good. Next we go. All right, so that's good. Let's erase that. Let's just kind of scoot on over to this present range here. And I'm going to consider something like, this is all, nothing's rehearsed here, guys. Stick with me here. Nothing's rehearsed. Everything is just kind of off the top here. So I would say something like this. There was a successful break up, if you can see it here at the bottom of this box, at about September the 21st. We just kind of entered this range at about $465 approximately. And then we got a successful candle to break up and above the highs of this box. You see that? This is resistance. Support, resistance, resistance, support, guys. Come on, please master this. Okay, it's not difficult. We got a successful break above this box right here. And I know I'm making it sound like it's super easy because I'm looking in hindsight here, guys, but it's really not that difficult if you just take a really practical approach to how you look at charts. Get rid of those 1 hour charts. Get rid of all those millions of lines. I know I have some lines on my charts as well, but just minimize the amount of, the things that you put on your chart to understand the direction. Okay. So let's just take our ruler here and measure how long it was within this range, including the breakout. Okay, so about 22 days. So the first one we had was 20 days, and the second range here that is spent with the break up, consolidate, the bears and the bulls just kind of duking it out there, and then a break above. The bulls won that round. So that took about 22 days. Yes, good. On we go. Okay, so let's see if we can identify a range here. So we'll do something like this, and then of course we're going to take it all the way up to present day to see if we can identify the rectangular box range. See if we can understand, when it's actually going to be a break up or down. Okay. So the break up is obviously right here on this candle. Take the brush, this candle here at about $518. We broke above that. Well, it actually broke above at about $505. Okay. And then it had a successful candle break below on this candle, October the 29th. And the break below was obviously right there at $505, and it broke as low as $489. Okay. And again, all we're paying attention to is the time, okay? First box is 20 days, second box 22 days. Let's measure and see how much time on this one. About 16 days, okay? Very good. All right, next, so let's see. The next range is going to be, this is actually a very small range here. This is kind of, this is a little bit tricky to understand here. But yeah, let's just do this here because see, there's like a gap below the price there. And this took about... You see, but I mean, it's pretty much the same. You got a successful break down within this range at about $500. We came up, the price came up, went down to the bottom of that box, went back up. Sellers and the buyers had it out, and the sellers won that, and they just like really very aggressively pushed that price down out of this range. And again, let's just go ahead and take a measured time, how long it took. Okay, so that's about 8 days there. Okay, so we got about 20 days. 22 days, 16 days, and 8 days, okay? All right, so now we are in present day. Right now, we're up against where we are right now. So how do we determine the range here in which we are in right now? So what I can see right off the bat here, guys, right off the bat. Remember, this isn't random price action. These are buyers and these are sellers in the market. And I'm going to put a range here right now just to show you guys. Remember, we're paying attention to the candle's bodies, okay? Not the wicks. Candle's bodies on the daily here. Let's go ahead and draw the lines. This is the range we're currently in, guys. Right here on the daily. Okay? So, the box, I guess we could do something like, that just to kind of illustrate the entry and the exit of this rectangular box here. So for those of you listening in, that box we just put in is at about 375 all the way up to 432-ish. Okay. Now, the price range, the average obviously is going to be, let's see if we can just do a quick calculation of that, guys. Sorry, nothing's rehearsed. Let's see, what did we say? 20 days? You do 20 days plus 22 days plus 16 days plus 8 days equals 66. And then we're going to take an average of those. So it's going to be 4. All right, so we're going to divide that by 4 equals, so about 16.5. So I think it's safe to say between 16 up to, let's just call it like 20 or 22 days. So let's just go ahead and put that average out on this box here, because I think we've probably already exceeded the threshold of 16 days. So let's just go ahead and extend it out to the highest time that it has ever spent within the box here. Okay, so right now it's at about 15 days. So if it were to take place on the average, we'd get a breakout tomorrow or the next day, right? Because it was like 16.5. So somewhere near, let's just say tomorrow, that's going to be November the 25th, or the next day, November the 27th, because today is actually a Tuesday. So Friday is going to be the 27th. Guys, I'm going to expect some fireworks between now and the 27th. Hopefully it's obviously not like a gap down. I don't really know how to gauge those gap downs, guys, but if we pay attention to the candle's bodies here, it wouldn't be very difficult for us to understand the market's direction. Now, it's important to look at this because the top of this box is currently at about $431. Now, look what happened just recently here. The buyers made an attempt to break above and continue the trend to the upside. But what happened? The seller stepped in and said, no, guy, no, not right now. Nope, not time to break above that level. You need to go down, okay? So this means that the sellers are within this range, okay? And we need to pay close attention to the top of this box and the bottom of this box at about $375, okay? So now what needs to happen is the sellers have made their move. The sellers have tried to push the price above this box. So far, they have failed. So what happens next? Well, I would have to assume that the sellers are going to make their move. The sellers are going to try to reach the lower portion of this box, $375. That, please, guys, that does not mean that the sellers will be successful in pushing the price down to $375. That means that now the sellers have an obligation to push the price near or through $375 to show that they have control of the market and this range, and this will be a bearish consolidation range, only to simply push the price down to the lower levels below $375. How do we determine who has control of this range? We have to wait for the price action to determine that. Right now, we're up against a rejection at the top of this box. That's very clear to see, guys, okay? So if the buyers have enough control within this range, the sellers, after they make their move, let's just say the sellers push the price down to like, I don't know, $400, $399, and the buyers just so happen to rescue that price, and that would be considered a higher low, because right now we're up against a low here within this box at about 375. We actually have a higher low here on this screen candle at about 383. So all the buyers need to do at this point is make another higher low. If the buyers step into the market and are able to make a higher low in the price, what do you think is going to happen? That would be a unique opportunity for the buyers to take the price and attempt to make a higher high, because they're trying to change remember, the Zoom is in an uptrend, guys. Please understand, Zoom is perfectly confined within an uptrend. I think we explained on the previous video. I really don't want to explain this because we already did. In order for the sellers to truly take control of this market, they must get the price below this area that I just circled, and that ranges in between $232 up to about $278. The sellers are obligated to get the price near and through that level to change this uptrend into a downtrend. But again, as long as the price is above, I've already explained this, I'll explain it again very, very briefly. As long as the price is above $282, The buyers have an opportunity to rescue this short-term downtrend from the top out at about $580, to find a level of support at $287 if the price goes that low, to continue this overall uptrend, to eventually reach the highs, the previous highs, and exceed those highs to continue this overall uptrend in Zoom. Okay. Whew. All right. So the Zoom is definitely an uptrend, guys. Okay. Let's not get it twisted here. Okay. It's in an uptrend. So let's just kind of focus back in on this small box here and wrap this up. I don't want this video to be too long, guys. But the one thing that does make me a little concerned is the sellers did attempt to break above this box, and so far they did fail. Now the sellers have an opportunity to see how much selling interest they have within this box, guys. And they're obligated to break this lower level. If the sellers cannot break below 375, the buyers are going to capture this price at some point, making a higher low, and that would be the perfect setup for the buyers to make their next move and attempt or succeed in breaking above the top of this box. Okay, guys, very simple. Please don't overcomplicate this stuff. Low, higher low, potentially another higher low. We have a high here, higher high. What's next if there's a higher low in the charts? If they, let's say, rescue the price, if it goes down to like 388, this is just speculation. The next move would be a higher high, success or attempt. Really simple, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Support the channel with the like just below the video there. Leave a comment down below. Let me know where you think the price is gonna go over the next short term, guys. It's your turn. Let us know down in the comment section. It's Napoleon Macro. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Take care of yourselves. We're gonna talk very soon with another update on this Zoom symbol. Bye for now, and we'll talk very soon.